Welcome in, everybody. I am your host, the Ace of Knaves, and we're at FASTLANE. That means we are 5 episodes away from WrestleMania. We're 5 episodes away to the end of Season 5. And tonight, we got them matches, man. Kicking it off. Big Dog in the stream. Big Dog defending the mixed gender tag title alongside Casey against the Guardians. We're going to get a quick button here. We're going to get this started. Big Dog, welcome in. Gaming, welcome in. OTM, what's up? While we get these entrances in, let's talk about all this, man. Let's talk about it. We got this mixed gender tag team matchup. I believe everybody is coming out. Your boy. Your boy. Now, Big Dog, I ain't made it happen yet, but I want to get your permission. I'm gonna get your permission. I'm allowed to bring. We bringing Torrance Benjamin to 2K25. Do you want me to create him and bring him over so that we can all kind of continue the legacy of the all? I feel like everything Listen, man, like, I don't like being late. I got nothing going for me here. I feel like making love. Anyway. El Monstro del Lago. The monster of the lake. And his tag team partner, La Sarina del Lago. AKA Bessie. Gotcha. I say there's a big rigmarole that we've all talked about a million times about the cross-gen bullshit. If you're using old gen, including PC, you can upload your wrestlers to the community creations and AoK will take the roster there. If you have new gen PS5, Xbox, whatever, then Corner and I Am Pooty 227 will pick those up for that roster. So we're going to try to figure out how this is all going to work, but that is what we're doing. Mixed gender tag team champion. That belt is waiting for us in season 6. This belt will continue over and it will be done more accurately than what we were attempting to do here with it. So that's kind of cool. Also, not that that's an ugly belt, but it does look better in 2K25. I'm just saying. 2K25 and 5, man, we are that many episodes away. One half of the champions at ringside. The almighty Torrance Benjamin and his tag team partner.
The women's mixed tag team champion, Casey Nguyen.
Casey Nguyen. And we got ads in about 4 seconds. Sorry. Casey Nguyen making her way down. The women's... former women's world champion. We got the hardcore title up in our next matchup. The Malibu Sunrise will take on Tank. We got a 6-man matchup with the Dago Zoo. We'll team with Grizz Kuklinski and take on the Blackwells. Josh and Nick Blackwell teaming with Podwaho. And a 6-man tag team matchup there. Let's get this one started. El Monstro del Lago. Not really, no defense or offense coming from El Monstro del Lago. And the Almighty. Taking control of this matchup. I got zoned out there for a minute. The Almighty Torrance Benjamin taking control of the match, keeping control of the match. Nah, I spoke too soon. Or finally caught up to myself. We got a tag. The ladies are in. Hurricane Rana. The head scissor, one or the other. I'm not. It's hard to tell. Listen, Torrance. There you go. Cameraman getting a Torrance making a better door than he does a window. You know what I mean? Big boot to the back. Casey gets caught up again. Bessie doing that, coming off of that Hurricane Rana for the second time. And Casey going old school, big right hand. Circling around, follows it up a combo, gets caught. Bessie with the pinfall attempt. Casey coming in with a shoulder tackle. How's everybody going, man? How's everybody doing tonight? What's going on in the chat? I said, what's up? We still got ads. Ads are finishing up. Good. What's going on tonight? Who's doing what outside of AoK? Dorn's coming through with that big boot. And the Guardians not putting up much resistance here tonight against the mixed gender tag champions. Benjamin following up that knee with another pinfall attempt and gets it too. El Monstro coming in heavy with that one. Irish whip. Benjamin. Scooped up. El Monstro del Lago. The power of this dude. Solid turnbuckle power bomb, and by God, he may have just broken him in half. Just a 1 count, the Almighty. Not nearly taking enough punishment for a 3 count. Hell, up until about the last 3 minutes of the match, or the last 2 minutes of the match, Del Lago wasn't doing much of anything. We got a 4-woman gauntlet match a little later tonight. As we watch Bessie and Casey go at it here at ringside. We'll see Piper Ramirez, Morgan Quinn, Alexia, and Alice Angel compete in a 4-woman gauntlet match. We'll also see the Luchadors challenge the Cursed for the tag team championships. Casey swinging around here, taking Bessie back into control of the matchup. But still, right off the front of my desk. Come on, man. Don't spill my Evian. All right, it's Deer Park water bottles, but whatever. Clothesline. See the women's matchups later tonight. Ladies in action all over the place tonight. We'll see Zoe Yuri cash in her rematch clause against Amaya. That women's world title coming up later on tonight. Ken Bouchard will face off against the Clown, Vulgar. In a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. We'll go on with the rest of the card here in a minute. We got a ton of matches tonight, man. Actually, I think it's only like 10. I think it's only one more than usual, but it feels like a lot. All right. We got another tag, and El Monstro del Lago, little... What is he? Suckering Torrance Benjamin in with that one. Benjamin dragging himself up off the mat. And El Monstro del Lago. Huge avalanche clothesline off the ropes. And Benjamin having a little trouble breathing on this one. Follows that up with a clothesline of his own. The Almighty. Ooh, and El Monstro only going 2. Corner Studies, welcome in. Damn, Superman punch. Only one. Torrance the Islands the whole way around. And Bessie makes the save. Referee Taylor. Sorry, referee Jenna Taylor. Calling this a legal tag. Here we go. Bessie and Casey. Bessie trying to get back to keep the flow in her team's favor. Rolls through off that armbar. Drives the knee into the inner bicep. And sidesteps the kick. And we got a submission applied. Benjamin getting involved, but Casey able to break free on her own. Is that enough? Russian leg sweep STO. And Bessie kicking out at 2 1/4. She paid 2 1/4 for a bottle of water for her daughter, you know what I mean? Scoops her up. Gourd Buster suplex, and Benjamin could be seeing stars here. If not, he is now. Call it a night. Nah, Casey stepping through the ropes. Getting back out before El Monstro loses his temper. Are we going to see a tag? Nah, I thought El Monstro was going to tag Bessie and to let Casey know what was up. But that shoulder tackle may have just been an emphasis. The Abyss. Is that the running senton? Just so I'm clear. Look at this, Bessie. The whole way around the ropes, or around the ring post for the 619. If you got a name for it, I'll take it. Benjamin getting involved. Yes, no? Ooh. Okay, gotcha. Into the depths of the abyss. Gotcha. I'll lock it in. Not probably not. I'll forget again with that boot. Another cover. And El Monstro looking for the titles, and he covers it. We got brand new mixed gender tag team champions, and unfortunately that's something I have to manually do. At least for the next few days. We are down to days. We are down to the days of going to 2K25. Just about 14 of them. More title action coming up next. The hardcore title up for grabs. The giant Malibu Sunrise to take on Tank. And no holds barred. Anything goes. All kinds of crazy matches tonight. I just didn't write them down, so I don't know what they are. Who else we talking here? Here we go. Where'd we leave off? Excuse me. Where'd we leave off? We talked about Ken Bouchard and Vulgar the Clown. Oh, here we go. We talk about James Coleman going after the last title for him to clean sweep the titles. We got no holds bar. We're going to let Wayne Kerr do his job real quick. We'll be back in just a moment. Let's go back into that. James Coleman to take on the Hero for the national title in an MMA rules match. Knockout or submission only inside a steel cage. The only title that James Coleman hasn't captured in AoK. Hero, newly crowned national champion, looking to hold on and to defend that title to the best of his abilities. And tonight, we will see that happen. We will see the good Reverend Ripper take on Larry the Hippie for the Intercontinental Championship. Aha! Johnny Cruz, just in time. I didn't even get to say your name 3 times this time. I'll be damned. But we're about to say it. Logan Hawk, dig this, the main event tonight. Chris Chaos will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against the likes of Logan Hawk, Dean Graves, Thomas Page, Jack Reason, Johnny Cruz, the Nightmare. The Nguyen Nightmare, and KX. 8-man tussle. Last man standing will hold the championship. Pinfall, submission, knockout. Last man standing will be the champion. And oh boy, will we laugh and laugh and laugh. I appreciate everybody dropping in. You guys keeping the chat alive. Just in time for the hardcore title to go up for grabs here as I stumble over my own words. That's what we're talking. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Right behind you, my friend.
Introducing the challenger from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 600 pounds, Mighty Sky.
Shouldn't be hydrating off of Mountain Dew, but here we are. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go radio silent. Wayne Kerr can finish up his job. I'll be right back.
The hardcore champion,
Tank. That's better. See, you're right. You're getting that. Just told Lady Prestige or Lilith, if you will. Just told Lilith, getting in here, getting schooled by my students. You look, hydrate, man. What are you doing? Can't be in there running your mouth like that on goddamn sugar water. Get some fresh water up into you, even if it's just coming out the tap. You should never drink water out of the tap, but here we are, once again. Because bottled water is so much better for you coming out of the tap. You leave. It's not the Tank is tiny, it's that Malibu's a fucking monster. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hell yeah. That's for people who like to pee but don't like to get drunk. There you go. There you go. Alright. Settling in. Now, Tank is one of the shorter members of the AoK roster. I do not remember his... I don't honestly remember his height right off the top. 5. What was he? Damn. He is real short though. Don't get me wrong. Like 265. Is his weight? 5. He's modeled off of, to be honest with you, he's modeled after Ivan Putski. That was who I had in mind while I was trying to decide on how to build this particular design. I'm like, you know what? Let's go with a short, muscular dude like a Polish hammer. And unfortunately, he's got to defend his title tonight against one of the biggest men in AoK. The poor Malibu hasn't been able to catch a break for a title, but he's a big man. He's a powerful man, but he just can't catch a break. He always seems to be outwitted, out-wrestled. But tonight, he could be looking at a hardcore title. Atomic leg drop. And Jenna Taylor, she ain't paying attention to nothing. Tank down for a 5 count, but kicks out at 2. And Malibu none too happy about it outside the ring. Grabbing us a table. We're gonna trade some punches. Tank gonna go toe to toe with this big guy. I don't think we get control of the camera here, do we? Oh yeah, we do. Can we spin around here while these fools do that? Malibu taking everybody's ideas up. Yeah! Joe Brony's always better, but Jenna Taylor has taken some look at this, Tank. Making the big man tap out. Retaining his title. That's a quick match, Jesus. Tank ain't fucking around tonight. But as far as the referees go, don't get me wrong, referee Joe Brony, head referee for a damn good reason. But listen, we know that Joe Brony's a rough and tumble. We know he can take care of himself. But Jenna Taylor, she take a licking too, alright? She's been in there with some of the best. So respect the referees of AoK. 6-man tag team match. The Dago Zoo, El Demonio, and the Jaw Dropper, J. Anthony West, teaming up with Grizz Kuklinski.
Is a 6-man tag team match.
Sure, Wayne, go ahead.
Combined weight of 394 pounds.
Right, yeah, that's what I thought. So anyway, the Dago Zoo, J. Anthony West, El Demonio, teaming up with Grizz Kuklinski to take on the Blackwells, Josh and Nick Blackwell, to team up with Podwaho. This 3-on-3 6-man tag team mashup. I believe it's Extreme Rules. Is Jay Anthony really going to come out here and wrestle in a full suit? Like he ain't going to take the jacket off or nothing? Oh, okay, he took the jacket off. All right. Their tag team partner, he don't wrestle. He scuffles. And then just hit himself in the head with that cowbell. Grizz Kuklinski. What? Thomas Page. What? The Maestro. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Congratulations. And also, my condolences on your foot. But holy damn. The Maestro has returned. That's the best surprise we could give somebody. Ah, we missed him, man. That's what I wanted to know, where he was. Y'all got gifts like that. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Thomas. MWA in the house. The Blackwell is in the ring waiting for their tag team partner to make his entrance. And we're going to be here for tonight, man. We got a ton of matches. Every single title on the line. Not in this match, but that's right, he's from the interwebs. P.O.D. Pod. In case you couldn't spell that. In case you didn't know. It's always better when you know, that's what I say. So listen. Celebration of Thomas Page coming back, joining us back here. Wonderful world of AoK and the beautiful neighborhood. Let me get up on this real quick. Ooh. Yeah. Let me catch this little bit of a... Damn, twice I done did that. That's right. Let's get up on it. What's everybody on tonight? Maestro is back. Taking some time off to recuperate, regroup. Coming back all the wiser, as everyone may say, as one might say. Went out and got his... Just congratulations, man. Hell yeah. We got to tag the Blackwells, taking it right to Jay Anthony. Huge shoulder tackle. And Thomas Page, man, you are in the main event tonight. going up against Chris Chaos and more for the world title. 8-man tussle. Logan Hawk, Dean Graves, Thomas Page, Jack Reason, Johnny Cruz, KX, Nguyen Nightmare, Chris Chaos. Pinfall, submission, knockout. Last man standing becomes world heavyweight champion. 1 month away from WrestleMania. Bam! We're all in. Oh, this is gonna be a count out kind of matchup. I can see that already. This referee gonna fight us the whole way about this. Damn, Josh. Putting the boot directly into J. Anthony West, who needs to pay more attention and get in the ring and leave Nick Blackwell the hell alone. El Demonio. Taking a shot on Josh, allowing J. Anthony to get caught back up here. Oh, swing and a miss. Big knee to the face. And Josh taking his aggression out on Grizz Kuklinski here on the ring apron. El Demonio getting in the ring, big back suplex. This is it's falling apart here. Jenna getting order restored here as El Demonio has slowed down this juggernaut that Josh Blackwell was becoming. Crucifix pin, not able to hold him. Nick tagged in. And a quick cover on El Demonio. Snapping Podwaho off the apron. Nick missing with that, well, what I'm assuming was an attempt at a low basement drop kick. Let's blow the roof off this place tonight. Now that was supposed to be where you guys blew up the chat. See, that was. Let's try it again. Let's blow the roof off this place tonight. And the crowd goes mild. All right, let's get back to it. Josh. I'm sorry. Somehow, I still haven't figured out how Nick Blackwell's hair went from dark brown to what looks like flesh tone. But hey, who knows? 2K doing their thingo. And it's been like that for some time. I'm just too lazy to go and see if it can be fixed. El Demonio trying his luck at Josh on the ring apron. Both men messing with a drop kick. And if I'm not mistaken, has Podwaho or Grizz Kuklinski been in this matchup yet? That's what we're talking. Boom! Play me a song, Mr. Piano Man. Play me on the night. 'Cause we're all in the mood for a melody. You got us feeling alright. There's Pod getting in the ring with a big boot and a quick cover. Josh firing off a series of elbows. Double underhook, looking for it. Set him up for a powerbomb, and El Demonio with a big reversal, looking for the cover. Nah, I don't even know if he's heavy enough to hold down Josh Blackwell. You're gonna have to knock Josh Blackwell out. He can. I feel like Josh Blackwell would be kicking out of the pin just by breathing. I feel like he would blow that man off of him. Grizz, damn, steps into the ring and right into a boot. If that man would have had any teeth, he'd have lost them. Grizz looking to take on the whole team. What? Damn, snapping DDT off that ring apron. And Nick's not even a legal person in the ring. Grizz is just dialed in on this. Podwaho reminding, hey Grizz, yo, match is in here, bro. Get up off my boy. Get up. It's a scuffling match. Get up on in here. Told you, Grizz don't wrestle, man. He scuffles. But you're right. That big boot got Grizz looking for an exit. Jay Anthony coming in a little better refreshed. Look at this. Rolls him up off of that suplex. Trying to steal the one away. Brother, what a save. Jay Anthony getting rid of Nick Blackwell in a hurry. Bridging suplex. Has the shoulders down, but not enough. Only one. Point of the elbow. Boot to the face. It's a gator skin boot to the face. Not even, it's more of a loafer than it is a boot. Also, notice no socks on Jay Anthony. Fucking weirdo. I got my feet curling up in my shoes, man. We got it covered. Podwaho. Saved again. El Demonio keeping this matchup going. 6-man tag matchup. The Dago Zoo and Grizz Kuklinski taking on the Blackwells and Podwaho. Jay Anthony West of the Dago Zoo sent into the corner. Podwaho follows in with a series of knees. And a little hoop-de-doo before he puts a boot to his chest. Let's keep this up. And the cover. Jay Anthony got a little Grizz in for the save. Man, Grizz outside the... Come on, man. I love when the taunts almost work right. Jay Anthony sent back in again. Podwaho. Springboard kick to the face. We're going to keep it going. No pinfall attempt. Reversal by Jay Anthony. Has Podwaho on the ring apron. Grizz with a big forearm. I think that may have been the first double team move we've seen all night. We got 6 guys out here, and that's the first double team move we've seen, and it was accidental. Miscommunication off the ropes. Sidesteps the boot. And Jay Anthony with an uppercut to medulla oblongata. Pod. Sending Grizz. What is going on here? El Demonio tagged in, taking out Josh Blackwell. Turns his attention to Podwaho. Rolling elbow. And Pod showboating. Grizz, what'd I just say? Showboating leads to, I didn't even let me finish it. It leads to ass whooping. He just got backhand slapped. That got brought on 133rd. Grizz into the referee. Podwaho boot to the face. Why is everybody kicking Grizz in the face tonight? I don't see a sign on his back or nothing. Just everybody's just like, I've been saying boot to the face every time Grizz gets in the ring. And he ain't even wearing boots. Grizz. One of the toughest dudes in AoK. He decides to put El Demonio back in. Wraps him up into the wrist lock submission. Josh wisely rolling through with that. And both Grizz and J. Anthony West. And Grizz again getting caught up. Grizz has spent more time getting beat up outside the ring. Hey, is he? Told you, one of the toughest. Right back up to the ring apron. Podwaho gonna let Josh get all tangled up here. Moves in on Jay Anthony. Double leg sweep, steps through. Wicked stepsister coming aboard. The cover and a Blackwell on the way. This matchup could go on forever like this. Jesus. Holy pastrami's. Oh, we got some matches coming. We got all kinds of multi-man matches tonight. And Jay Anthony with a hangman's lock. Smart pulled him over to his own corner to pull that off. Scorpion Deathlock, center of the ring. Podwaho. Did he pass out? What happened? Why did he let him loose? He didn't tap. Well, you gonna? Oh, okay. Let's try it this way. And we got a tap. J. Anthony West locking in the win for his team, the Jaw Dropper. El Demonio. And Grizz Kuklinski. It's a hell of a fight. Bit of a scuffle, if you will. 4 stars. 4 stars. Try that again. Quit reading and just do your job. Nobody told you to read, Johnny. They told you to talk. Alright? Do your fucking job. Got it? Okay. Piper Ramirez, Morgan Quinn, Alexia, and Alice Angel. Gauntlet Eliminator match. 2 of them will start. The winner of that match will have a new opponent. The winner of that match will have a new opponent until all 4 women have been in the match and eliminated, leaving only one. Let's head to ringside.
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Eliminations can occur by pinfall or submission. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
And that's the rules. Now, let's get to it. Oh, he's going to keep talking. All right. Wayne just going to keep on talking. All right. That's cool. Bit of a Royal Rumble style matchup, but pinfalls and submissions count at any point. We've seen the Guardians capture the mixed tag team titles earlier tonight. Tank retaining the hardcore title. The Dago Zoo and Grizz Kuklinski coming out over top of the Blackwells and Podweho with that submission hold from J. Anthony West on Pod. Fourth matchup of the night. Gauntlet Eliminator. And we got Morgan Quinn entering as the second competitor to get this one kicked off. Former women's champion, former mixed gender champion, mixed gender tag team champion, not mixed. Whatever, man. Don't harsh my vibe, dude, alright? Ring the bell. Getting this started. First two, Piper Ramirez, Morgan Quinn. Pinfall submission will lead to an elimination. And in just a few seconds, we will get another competitor into the match. And that competitor will be Alexia. And this, of course, for the #1 contendership for the Women's World Championship. And our last competitor. And look at this, Piper Ramirez going up the ramp to meet Alice Angel. I think we got to get a camera involved in this. Get a better angle on all this. This shit's gonna get crazy. Nah, they're gonna bring it back down to the ropes. You guys suck. Piper Ramirez sending Morgan Quinn back into the ring. Alice Angel and Alexia also heading back in. You guys took all the fun out of that. We got a pinfall attempt. Morgan on Piper. Gets a 1 count. From behind with the Bulldog. Morgan taking Alice Angel down. We got a cover. Not even a 1 count. Got another cover. This time Alice Angel over Piper Ramirez. Alice Angel sending Morgan Quinn out over the top rope, up near the entrance side with Alexia with that kendo stick. And Ramirez smashing that stick over the back of Alexia. Looking for that sleeper. Steps through. Alexia finds a way out. Alice Angel and Morgan Quinn on the left-hand side of the screen here at ringside. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Angel launching that kendo stick across the ring, catching both Alexia and Piper with it. Alexia with a reversal into a power slam. And there's almost too much action to call, folks. Over the top rope. What we got going on tonight? Let's do it, do it. That's it, do it, do it. Angel with a cover. And Ramirez kicking out again. We want violence. We're getting lots of that. I just can't. Alexia kicking out at 2 off of that bridging suplex from Piper. Kendo stick. Swing and a miss. Damn. It's a hell of a neck breaker by Alexia. Man, she about buckled her in half with that. Alexia going high risk. Piper Ramirez putting an end to that. Ramirez. The straitjacket torture rack. Tilt-a-whirl armbar by Morgan Quinn on the outside, keeping Alexia at bay. Piper. One more time with the sleeper. Oscar lock applied. And still no submission. Missing with the drop kick. Enough to keep Morgan Quinn on the outside. I'm not sure what that was all about. All kinds of misdirection going on there. 2 count off of the badly timed cover by Piper Ramirez. Double team. Multiple knife edge chops by Ramirez. Alexia to the rescue, sort of. And the cover. I think she might have got a 3 there if the referee hadn't smacked her opponent in the face on the process of counting. And again, that neck breaker, that thing's wild looking. Damn. Chair shot by Ramirez. She is not being biased at all in any of this. If it moves, Piper Ramirez is punching it. Angel with the chair. Too slow, Alexia. It hits that neck breaker again, but she may have injured herself in that one. I think we've seen more violence out of the women so far than we have the men. Damn, off the second rope, referee looking for the cover. And Morgan Quinn landing on that chair, kicking out at 2. And again, there's so much going on here. Morgan climbing to the top rope. Twisted Bliss. Referee, only 2. Alexia kicking out. Both women going for a version of a flying kick. Blocked. Alexia coming off the ropes, catching the clothesline. And again, I don't even know. Choke slam by Morgan Quinn. Ramirez. Again, I don't have a clue what to call in this one. And that chair's the VIP of the match, man. Boy, Alexia ever hits that kick, man, I bet it's devastating. Every time she's attempted at this match, she's landed on her ass. Ramirez launched outside the ring. Landed that one. And Morgan Quinn going absolutely ballistic with that kendo stick. But Alice Angel back to her feet. Morgan with the disarmer. Alice Angel trying not to tap. Can she hold on? But no. Our first elimination. Ramirez. A save. I don't think Morgan Quinn realized that Alexia was going for a cover there. Could have turned this into a one-on-one matchup. Canadian Destroyer. Is it enough? Looking at #1 contender for the women's title. We are down to Morgan Quinn and Piper Ramirez. Ramirez circling around. Boot to the face. The whip. It's a good question. It's a valid question. Cover. Morgan Quinn gets a 2 count. One of these two women will become the #1 contender for the women's title, and we will find out who they will be facing. Twisted Bliss. We may be talking about Morgan Quinn. No. Piper Ramirez. Out at 2. Zoe, Yuri, and Amaya will be facing off later tonight for the women's championship. One of these two women will go on to face the winner of that matchup later on tonight at an undisclosed time and location. We've got to cover. Ramirez on 2. That close. World title opportunity at hand. Oscar lock. And that is it. Piper Ramirez, your #1 contender for the women's title.
Here is your winner, Piper Ramirez.
More tag team action coming. The world title is on the line. I don't know why they have the Luchadors on the side of it. The Luchadors shouldn't be on that side, but there they are. I'm not sure why that is on this one. Anyway, moving right along. World Tag Team titles up for grabs. The Luchadors to take on the tag team champions, the Cursed, for those titles. The Cursed are the tag team champions. Let's go to ringside. Let's get this going. Woo. The champions are coming out first? What is... It's 2K for you, I guess. Maston Harmon and the Ghost, Griffin Reed. These two teams have been nitpicking over the last couple of weeks. I can't say nitpicking. These two were going to shatter the skull of El Scorpio with chairs before Pandinas came down to help his partner. Leading us here tonight in this World Tag Team title matchup against the champions, the Cursed, and the Luchadors. Crowd doesn't sound like they're behind the champions on this one. Yeah, it's 2K, pretty much. Let's bring it up. The Luchadors. El Scorpio, Pandinas. Whatever the hell that is. You looking through somebody's head? Yeah, we were looking through the mask. That was crazy. We were looking through the mask of Maston Harmon. That was crazy. First person view from Maston Harmon. World title's up for grabs. I'm in for it. Referee Jenna Taylor, title is up. Griffin Reed, Maston Harmon, El Scorpio, and Pandinas. Let's get it on. Got bodies going everywhere. Tornado tag. Extreme Rules, if I'm not mistaken. And right now, the champions in control of this matchup. I spoke too soon. El Scorpio taking Maston Harmon by surprise. Griffin Reed gets hit with a, draw blank, Johnny. Hurricane Rana DDT. Inverted at that. Referee don't even know where to look. Even the referee can't keep up. We need to get 2 referees out here. This might be too much action. It's the Luchadors. Whoops. Shot there by El Scorpio. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Pandinas with Maston Harmon on the ropes. Griffin Reed needing the turnbuckles to help himself up. While the Luchadors. Switching partners here is Maston Harmon. Faces off against El Scorpio, getting dizzy. And the cover. I don't even think that was a cover. I think he just fell on top of him. 2 count. Scorpio snapmare off the ropes. And Pandinas sneaking in a kick and a cover. Gets a 2 count. And the Cursed, one more time, just using their power and size to their advantage. World Tag Team titles on the line as Griffin Reed. I misjudged that one. El Scorpio sending the Ghost into the corner. Nice drop kick. Boot to the face. Too little, too late. The Witch Doctor sent over the top rope onto the ring apron, and the Luchadors have Griffin Reed, but I'm not sure Pandinas is even in this matchup. A little woozy there. It's a possibility, man. Irish whip. Pandinas caught up in the corner with Maston Harmon. A solid slam. El Scorpio, I'm pretty sure he just got out of the way of that, just in case. Atomic drop. And El Scorpio speaking in El Soprano. La, 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 la. Nice Hurricane Rana by El Scorpio, but Pandinas sent for the ride. Maston Harmon. El Scorpio, what's he doing? El Scorpio taking the turnbuckle, taking the pad off of the turnbuckle. And I don't think the referee has seen it yet. We've got a cover. We've got a cover on the other side. Nobody getting a count. Griffin Reed has Pandinas up on the second rope. He's introduced this move recently. World's Strongest Slam. And we are seeing a retention of the World Tag Team titles. The Cursed looking to stay dominant. Making short work of the Luchadors. We're hitting just about the midway point of the show. Let's keep it going. Prestige and Bud Marvelous. Coming to terms match. Seen these two shake hands throughout the last couple of shows. Last couple of matches, 2 out of 3 here. Each have a win over each other, plus a triple threat match involving El Monstro del Lago. Let's head to ringside. Prestige versus Bud Marvelous.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 228 pounds, the King of Old School.
King of Old School is sending his way down here Prestige ready to go one-on-one with his best frenemy, Bud Marvelous. Showing a little bit of respect to each other over the last couple of weeks. We await the entrance of the A-lister, the marvelous Bud Marvelous. We got the Women's World Championship up next. Zoe Yuri to take on Amaya in an Extreme Rules matchup. Self-proclaimed greatest entertainer. See, these two have been through tag teams together. They've been through matches together. These two have been all over the place. One more time, face to face. Marvelous, a little quicker. Looking to be a little of the two, looking to be a little stronger of the two. Follows up with a falling elbow. Boot to the face, two of them. Landing solid on Bud Marvelous. And Prestige. Getting himself fired up here. This crowd a little split on the King of Old School. Folding up the knees on Marvelous. Nice solid back and forth so far between the two. Buddy in control, taking the driver's seat. Backbreaker, follows it up with a neck breaker. Marvelous. With a huge toss one more time. Power bomb. And a successful one at that. Goes for number two, Prestige. Down for the count. Gets a 2 count. Nope, only one. Referee says one. A solid elbow to the top of the head. We're going outside. The referee going to start her count. No count. They're allowed to fight. You don't let them fight? Marvelous sent Prestige back in the ring, but's taking his own time here, catching his breath perhaps. Prestige going quick for it. Matilda's kiss. And Marvelous face down. Now already? Going for it. Prestidigitation. And the referee counts 3.
Here is your winner.
Prestige picking the victory up over Bud. Wow. Halfway point. That's that. Let's get back into some title action here. Women's World Championship up for grabs. Zoe Yuri cashing in on her rematch clause. She waited an entire month to wait this out. Amaya defending her title in that meantime. Yes, there we go.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Women's Championship.
You heard the man. Women's title up on it. The challenger, the Crimson Ninja. Now Zoe Yuri's got a she's had a hold on this title throughout the year here. And has successfully defended it through multiple months. And quite possibly the most, she probably has the longest overall reign as women's champion. I think she feels more comfortable having the belt than not having it. She's not much of a chaser of the belt. Sometimes you just got to look at it that way. Sometimes you got to look at it as you have champions and you have chasers. You know, look at a perfect example would be pretty much the entirety of Hulk Hogan's reign in the 80s, where we had a champion and then lots of people who chased after it. Or we could look at Ric Flair's run at the same time, where when he was the champion, you had good challengers and gave us good matches. When the challengers actually won the belt and Ric Flair had to chase after it, sometimes the lead-ups weren't as good, therefore making the matchup feel a little less than it could have been. Not that they weren't great matches, but they could have been better just because the lead-up fell through. And if you had questioned me on that, take a look at the Black Scorpion angle with Sting and the Black Scorpion reveal. Terrible. Horrible. Could have been something cool, and then it was Ric Flair. But since we're talking about Ric Flair, 17,000-time world champion, let's talk about our own world champion, Amaya, the Anomaly. Also, the belt chaser, this woman, had an incredible start to her career. And just a few years ago ran with that belt for a good portion of the year. This is lining up to be a good matchup between these two. One good look at the belt. Women's World Championship. Up for the grabbies.
Introducing the challenger.
Introducing.
Japan. Ninja Yuri. And her opponent from Pennsylvania, the women's champion, the Anomaly, Amaya.
Here we go, here we go. World title being held over to referee Jenna Taylor. Not really needing a whole lot of notes here tonight as we move forward on this. Rings the bell, big boot to the face. And back to what we were saying there, Gaming. Also, Yuri feels like she could probably, if she wins the belt tonight, she's guaranteed her spot at WrestleMania. She's guaranteed the WrestleMania money. She's already the champ. Big suplex on the outside. Extreme Rules matchup. And Amaya looking to defend and looking to defend in a big way. The Irish whip into the corner. That we are going to be here for a while tonight. Damn it, the damn ladder. Ooh, baseball slide, catching her in the ankle. And then going straight to work on said ankle. Zoe Yuri. Big slam to that ladder. Didn't even budge the ladder off my desk. I think the physics are off in this building. I think when they built this building, like when they constructed it, I think they may have miscalculated something, and now the physics are off. That's what happens here. They say 2 inches here is 2 feet over there. That's what happened. We got a table, but it's not gonna get put to use the way we thought, if at all. And Yuri in trouble as the champion. Taking her for a trip around the entire arena. Trash can. Ooh, taken away by Yuri. Double underhook. Face plant on the outside, and by golly, the challenger turning up the violence. Rocker dropper and Zoe Yuri. Ooh, misses with that running kick. Heading back inside the ring. Yes, no. Yuri. Ooh, I think she was going for the Zoe's egg. Damn it, ref. You alright? You cool? That sounded like it hurt. Yuri getting back to her feet there. Grabbing up the steel chair. Amaya coming out to face her and gets that chair square in the forehead. Rolls her up, double foot stomp to the boobies. Helps her opponent up, sending her back to the ring. World title on the line. And a huge kick. Yuri looking to finish this up. 2 count. Good night. That has to be it. Yuri not ready yet, perhaps? Now Amaya stepping through. Holding that armbar all the way around, looking to dislocate the shoulder. Deadlift suplex. Not an easy thing to do, and a big knee to the face. Amaya. All the way to the outside. What is she looking for here? Yuri gonna follow her out. We got a sledgehammer. And Amaya says, bump all that noise. Gonna try to beat her to it, cutting her off with the pass. But Yuri locks in the front face lock, a couple of rights to the back, and one to the face. Amaya in a world of trouble. Not misses with all those chair shots. Amaya using those stairs to kind of protect herself. And we head back inside one more time. We got a cover in a 2. Sledgehammer, pop-up drop kick by Zoe Yuri. We got a cover here. And a new world champion. Zoe Yuri recapturing the world title. Back from Amaya. Zoe Yuri recapturing the title. Amaya not sure what to do about that. Let's get to it. Ken Bouchard taking on Vulgar the Clown. Falls count anywhere. Yes, sir. Zoe Yuri and Piper Ramirez. As Ramirez pick up that #1 contender spot. Earlier tonight in that women's gauntlet match. Let's get to ringside.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring from Maine.
We're going to let Wayne Kurt do the job here.
95 pounds, the Enforcer, AoK. And his opponent, from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Clown.
Vulgar the Clown looking for another opportunity here to smack Bouchard around. Bouchard, one-on-one, Vulgar the Clown. Here we go. Doubles up. Jenna Taylor rings the bell, and Bouchard looking to get some revenge on Vulgar. This man has been attacked before and after matches. Bouchard showing off them that quad strength. If anybody caught that guy in the audience, you just shout out, nobody likes you. I'm not sure who he was talking to. Which one of the, might have been me. But yeah. It caught me by surprise. I don't know if anybody caught, yeah, Zoe Yuri when she was laying out here at the ringside area. Making all kinds of racket. Vulgar with the kendo stick upside the head of Bouchard. IKB, Mr. 632. Because he's twice the fucking man and twice the fucking athlete. Big suplex, belly to belly, Vulgar down on the mat. Gets a 2 count. Keeping it going. The whip over the top rope to the outside. IKB follows him out. We're back under the ring apron. Please don't get the ladder. Thank you. Steel chair in hand. And he has just bent the hell out of that chair around the body and skull of Vulgar. Bouchard getting some revenge on Vulgar the Clown here tonight. Oh, come on, dude. Not like, why? Why? You're not going to put him on it. You're not going to put him through it. You did that for absolutely no reason. That was a toddler throwing a tantrum. That's what that was. Because you're not going to do a damn thing about it. You're just going to clean off my desk, spill water everywhere. Oh, shit. I might have been talking smack. I might have been talking smack. Nah. He ain't gonna do nothing. Hey, look, you're going the wrong way for it. He just made that mess on my desk for no damn reason. None whatsoever. Oh shit. Alright, so I was talking smack. Look at this, Bouchard. Oh, come on. Do it. Do it. Oh, not that. Nah, put him through it. Suplex off the desk. And the cover. This may be enough. We might have a winner here. Onto the chair. Good God. Bouchard trying to paralyze Vulgar the Clown. He failed miserably here. Good God. And the Clown fighting back finally. After that suplex off the desk to the concrete and a DDT. Floats over, skull-crushing DDT. Last laugh set up here at ringside. Are we going to see the tap? Not yet. Bouchard holding on. Vulgar finding that open wound, putting the boots to it. And that is it. That boot putting an end to the match. Some of this seems contrived, man.
Here is your winner, the Clown.
Some of this seems contrived. Vulgar the Clown picking up the victory. This crowd not happy about it. Let's get into the last 3 matches of the night. As James Coleman will challenge for the national championship behind the MMA rules match. The Hero looking to make his first title defense. Second title defense. First? Did you defend it already, homie? No, Christ, you pretty much just won it, didn't you? Yeah, you just won it, for Christ's sake. Oh, I didn't press the button yet. That's my bad. That's my bad. I was looking at shit. First defense. MMA rules match. James Coleman, the Hero. Pinfall not allowed. Submission or knockout only. James Coleman looking to capture the only belt he has not carried here in AoK. The Hero looking to hold on to the first belt he has captured here in AoK. Let's get to ringside. Let's let Wayne Kerr do some of that talking while I refill the hydration device.
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the national championship.
Coleman coming in pretty confident about this one. out here on a self-imposed mission. First AoK Intercontinental Champion. The first AoK Gold Champion. No stranger to a belt, except for this one. And the hero. Instead of holding on to his first belt, hell of a defense to go into.
Introducing the challenger from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 225 pounds, the unpredictable
Let Wayne finish it up here.
Coleman, and his opponent from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 210 pounds, the national champion, the Hero.
Handing that belt over a little reluctantly there. Hell of a way to defend it. Ring the bell, walking up center of the ring, the hero. Pulls Coleman back in for that knee to the gut. Back and forth, Coleman trying to get an advantage, reversed. Off the ropes one more time, and again brings the knee up. Coleman with a guillotine. Hip toss sends him over. And really, neither man really having an advantage in this matchup. The back and forth. Has been pretty evenly distributed here. Coleman ending up on the wrong side of a suplex. Snapmare. National championship up for grabs. Champion taking a shot to the gut there. We're going to duke it out in the center of the ring. a drop kick. Coleman coming out on top after that trading of blows. Might be taking too much time trying to get the crowd pumped up. Coleman one more time, turning to the crowd. Coleman cutter. Coleman may have landed wrong on his shoulder there. Picking the champion up, who returns fire with a headbutt. Helping Coleman into the corner, face first. Reversed. Up over the top. Coleman lines up for a punch and eats a clothesline. The Hero fired up. Shining Wizard Coleman. He's still in it. The referee checking on Coleman as best she can through the cage. Coleman now firing back here. Knee to the face. Series of clotheslines, ducks another. High drop kick. And James Coleman fires off a right hand, sidesteps the super kick. 8 to feet, no. Pulls up the kick. But Coleman down as well. Both men slow to their feet. Short shots to the ribs, again reversed, hard into the turnbuckle. The Hero. Now again Coleman fights back. Hero side suplex. Look at this, mocking Coleman. Oh, and again, fighting back from the corner. The Hero into the corner, Helluva kick. And the Hero is still in this. Coleman looking for a submission. James Coleman looking to make his opponent tap out. National title. And he won't do it. Coleman claiming victory, though there was no tap out. Move to the midsection, Hero. Schoolboy roll up, super kick. Still not enough. Coleman still in it. The clothesline takes him down. Tries for it a second time. Still not enough to change the consciousness of the unpredictable one. Tense matchup. Coleman with a solid kick to the jaw.
Here is your winner,
Capturing the national championship.
National Champion, the unpredictable James
Coleman, the Grand Slam champion. Put it in the books. He celebrates another victory here and another title around the waist of James Coleman. Coming up next, we get into it. Another title match. as the Reverend Ripper challenges Larry the Hippie. For the Intercontinental title, this ought to be another barn burner. Got it. Locked it in. Grand Slam champion.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
You heard the man coming down first. The good Reverend Ripper. Reverend Zach. Father Zach. So we were talking to, I was in the back with the good Reverend here, and we had some of those cosmic brownies, you know what I mean? And they're just sitting back there on the table, and well, as it turned out, the good Reverend has a sweet tooth, and he was talking to us. He was trying to explain to us. Well, he started talking to us about Jesus of Nazareth and the like. And the more he talked, he started what I believe was the story about Jesus riding with the jawbone of an ass. But that's not what he said. That's not what he said. That wasn't. It was a good time. Larry the Hippie, speaking of good times, man, the only thing wrong with this, honestly, the only thing wrong with Larry the Hippie's entrance, for anybody that ends up with a Larry the Hippie, you make sure you give him, in all honesty, man, his true theme song. And I'm not just saying this. His true theme song should be sung by Olivia Newton-John. And I don't mean like one of the super popular ones, though if you do decide on a super popular one, Xanadu might be one we could consider. But aside from that, that is the perfect entrance for one Larry the Hippie. Speaking of which, we'll be hanging one-on-one with Larry the Hippie tomorrow.
Weighing in at 275 pounds,
The Savior, the good Reverend Ripper.
and his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Larry the Hippie.
Title going up. The last of the second of 3 title defenses in a row here. Our final 3 matches of the evening. Getting a little later start. We are maybe. Some straight up Bruce Lightning, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's just one of those. Though I know Pootie was using, I think, Truckin' by the Grateful Dead. That was working for it too. I think that's what he was using. If not, that's another one we could use. But yeah, in all honesty, man, Olivia Newton-John song with just the right beat would be fucking chef's kiss. Mwah. You know what I'm saying? Big boot to the back by Zach, the good Reverend. Trying to beat the good word into the man. Dirty hippie. Nope. You want tables and the good Lord provideth a chair. The hippie provideth a bat. Oh man, upside the head with the chair. This matchup is a look at political science in action. This is a statement on the current cultural shifts globally around the world. Here we go, big boot to the face by the good Reverend. Larry the hippie back inside, locking horns. This is actually a good analogy for the real Larry the hippie too. He's a hippie, but he's a super religious hippie. I don't say super religious. He's not like, don't get me wrong. The man believes what he believes. And the man is devout in his ways. But he is Larry the hippie. So he is here for a good time, brother. This is like the angel and the devil on the shoulder. And the hippie putting the hurting on the churchin'. Double knees to the back. Into the turnbuckle. Larry follows it up with a big clothesline. And he falls down around the barbed wire. Larry realizes how easy this is going to be. And he is not missing a swing. Oh, that backhand didn't miss either. And the hippie's been busted open. I believe he's been busted open. Big suplex. Hippie rolls over the back. Chop block takes the knee out. Sent for the ride. Hippie drops to the mat. Right hand. Follows it up with another right in the back of the neck. Extreme Rules matchup for the Intercontinental Championship here in AoK. Turns him upside down into the Tree of Woe. My goodness. What happened? Why did I miss my shot? Why did I drop out like that? And what did I just miss? What was all the... Why did my stream just go weird? Everything cool? Alright, that was weird. Larry the hippie trying to defend this Intercontinental title. But he is shoulders down. The good Reverend covers him for one. Larry laid out. Okay, we're still live.
Intercontinental Champion AoK.
And we got a brand new Intercontinental Champion. His name is Zack the Ripper. No, it's not. It's the good Reverend Ripper. He's no longer Zack the Ripper. Stop calling him that. You're breaking kayfabe, you dumb fuck. Gosh. Main event coming up next. 8-man tussle. Last man standing will be your world champion. Johnny Cruz, Dean Graves, Jack Reason, Logan Hawk, Thomas Page, New End Nightmare, KX, and the current world champion, Chris Chaos. Pinfall, submission, knockout. It does not matter. Let's go to it. Let's get the ringside. Let's knock these off. First man out. The High Justice, Logan Hawk.
Introducing the challenger from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 355 pounds, Justice Logan Hawk.
The big man step into the ring. Man held the record for the longest time, may still hold the record for longest consecutive days as world champion. Man carried the title and defended it over 100 days, for 111 days. Bud Marvelous coming close at 106 days. Our second competitor.
And from Norfolk, Virginia, weighing in at 260
The Maestro Thomas Page, getting his opportunity at the world title here this evening. The idea would be to survive 7 other opponents. So pumped for this matchup. Chris Chaos. Is going to go through hell tonight in order to hold on to his title. Elimination, pinfall, submission, knockout. So we may randomly just see wrestlers fall out on this. Just know that they are unconscious. At least for the moment before they get up and leave. I believe they get up and leave. Former world champion Jack Reason.
from Manchester, England, weighing in at 232 pounds, the wounded Jack Rude Boy Dad.
Jack Reason, of course, winning that title off of IKB after attacking him in a parking lot. Forcing the Iron Man to extend the challenge that Jack Reason happily agreed upon. Chaos recapturing that title off of Jack Reason. Madman from Manchester. Another opportunity at the world title at his fingertips. No end nightmare. This man from the Shadow Syndicate. Believe it or not, he is the only member of the Shadow Syndicate on the card tonight. I wonder how they managed to avoid all that. Not a single member of the Shadow Syndicate tonight. The crowd is very vocal here tonight. Yeah. Real close to our microphones. No end nightmare. Could be the reason we go over time here tonight. Elimination style matchup. 8 men to go in. We're halfway through those entrances. And let's get ready for it. The Rebel Dean Graves.
The Rebel Dean Graves.
Another former world champion, former intercontinental champion, hardcore champion. A stunning career here in AoK. Is there anybody in this matchup tonight that hasn't held a title? The New End Nightmare is the only one that hasn't held a substantial title. New End Nightmare getting another opportunity at a world title. Of course, coming up short from the Elimination Chamber last. Dean Graves making his return tonight at FASTLANE. Looking to pick up where he left off. He's looking for a world title claim.
From Kansas City, Kansas, weighing in at 228 pounds, unfurled
KX looking for the title one more time as well. Coming up short of the world title has been an Intercontinental Champion. Has been the National Champion. Looking to capture the world title to add that to his resume as well. Very somber mood when he comes out. Waiting for the cruise missile. Let's get it going.
And from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 225 pounds, the Soldier General Cruz.
The cruise missile. Johnny Cruz with his opportunity at the world title, former tag team champion, former Intercontinental champion as well, I believe. I don't trust this Elgato for me to double check that for us, but yes. Perhaps national champion. And our world champion coming to the ring to defend that title against all of those other men. Chris Chaos.
And introducing the champion from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 160 pounds, the world champion, the Terror, Chris Chaos.
Match. Here we go, 8-man elimination, anything goes. Pinfall, submission, knockout. And I'm not even going to call this matchup because there's going to be bodies everywhere, and I'm not going to keep up with it for the most part. See the champion center of the ring. Being helped over the top rope to the outside by the New End Nightmare. Bodies going everywhere, and we got to cover. Chaos looking to eliminate Dean Graves. Only gets a 1 count. KX taking it to Dean Graves. Thomas Page on the outside, sending people all over the place. The Maestro, locking horns with the world champion, sends him into the ring post. Jack Reason taking out KX while the Maestro dances around KX with a rocker dropper. So much going on. What is going on with my chat, man? It wants to keep refreshing on its own. It's insane. Not sure what's up. What's up with that? Johnny Cruz with a roundabout all the way outside. We got a pinfall. The referee never saw it happen. Back in the ring. Slow on this one as well. Jack Reason kicking out at 2. The Maestro finding himself in all kinds of trouble here. DDT by Chris Chaos. And Chaos, let me tell you, Chris Chaos has an arsenal of DDTs. This kid will hit you with a DDT just about anywhere. We got a cover outside. We need more than one referee for this matchup. Logan Hawk, Samoan drop. And Logan pumping this crowd up. Main event underway, the world title on the line, last man standing will be crowned the world champion. We get a 2 count. The New End Nightmare barely getting that shoulder up. Cruz with a snapping suplex. Maestro with a DDT on the world champion. This referee is absolutely horrible. KX bringing out a table. Another cover. 2 covers. KX over the New End Nightmare. Dean Graves also kicking out. Maestro with a gut punch. Another DDT by Chris Chaos. The Maestro. Look at this, Dean Graves with a cover. Referee nowhere to be seen. Dean Graves. And Maestro almost pinning the world champion. And we got an elimination. The New End Nightmare leaving the ringside area as Johnny Cruz starts thinning the herd. Maestro, Olympic slam on Dean Graves, goes for the cover. And Graves kicking out at 2. The High Justice on Jack Reason. I'm not sure where the referee's going. Where's she at? Who? Was it Jack Reason? Or was it Johnny Cruz? Both men starting to stir. We'll see which one heads towards the fight, which one heads towards the back. Cruz coming towards us. Jack Reason still slow to get up. And it was an elimination on Jack Reason. Chaos looking to get creepy. 5 men remain. Face plant by Dean Graves. Chaos with the chaos effect in the ring. The referee way out of position again. We got a pinfall here at the ringside as well. KX with Johnny Cruz and everybody heading back in. Referee, or KX looking around for the referee. Page and Logan Hawk still in the ring. Chaos and KX on the left-hand side of your screen, and Dean Graves and Johnny Cruz right in front of us. Chaos and Graves. Face first to the ring apron. A cover. Again, the referee so far out of position. Cover by Logan. 2 on this one. And KX almost pinning the champion. Thomas Page going toe-to-toe with Logan Hawk. And was holding his own, but Logan with those uppercuts. We just got a bunch of guys showing off at the moment. We get a better angles on some of this. A little too close maybe. There we go. At least start seeing some of the action a little closer to us. Thomas Page taking a long way around. The action seems to have moved over here to the right-hand side of the ring. Johnny Cruz and KX in the top right. KX on the Maestro. Logan Hawk talking smack on the world champ, who hits a second chaos effect on the big guy. We got to cover. Thomas Page gets a 2 count on KX. Chaos eliminates Logan Hawk. Dean Graves looking to eliminate the cruise missile. There's another one gone. Chaos gets a 2 count on KX. 4 men remain. The Maestro, Dean Graves, Chris Chaos, and KX. The world champion holding on to this matchup as best he can. Thomas Page, the Maestro, sent to the ropes. Big suplex off of that. KX looking good here tonight. Scoops up the champion, rolls him out for a crossroads-like maneuver, goes for the cover. The world champion covered by KX. Kicks out at 2. Face first goes KX. Dean Graves looking for an elimination. Chaos hits the chaos effect on the Maestro. Graves with that German suplex. KX heading outside the ring. And a low blow by KX. A straight dick punch of doom. And the referee way out of line here again. We got to cover. Is it enough? Will it be long enough? That's what she said. Dean Graves eliminated. The Maestro, Chris Chaos, and KX. Ooh, KX a little bit off with his aim there as Chaos moving out of the way, rolls over the top of that neck breaker. The cover. Thomas Page looking to eliminate the champion. And KX in a blind fury is just attacking anything that moves. That might have done it. KX maybe looking at elimination. No, kicking out at 2. Thomas Page busted open. KX busted open. Hard to tell with Creepy Chris. KX, a double underhook, sets it up. KX looking to eliminate the world champion, who still holds on. The Maestro. That savage clothesline. And he leaves the ring, leaving the champion in the ring. It's fine. And going for steel steps. Damn. The Maestro. Giving 0 fucks. And then calls the champion up again. Reverses it. Maestro sent for the walk. KX. Looking for the cover off the hockey stick. And again, this referee, I don't know what this chick is doing. Chaos eliminated by KX. And one of these two men will leave here as the world champion. Will it be the Maestro? Will it be KX? We are looking at a world champion changeover here in just a moment. As Chris Chaos can't decide on which way to go. KX telling him to get the hell up out of here. The Maestro and KX battle it out for the world championship here on AoK. It has come down to these two. 8-man tussle. Everyone else eliminated, leaving KX and the Maestro Thomas Page to decide who's better. And KX asking the crowd to decide. And Thomas Page still laid out here. Would have been wise of KX to go for the cover, I think, instead of showboating to the crowd's curb stomps. Thinks it's enough to keep the Maestro down. And it damn sure was. KX, your new world champion.
Here is your winner and new world champion, Unforgiven KX.
KX finally capturing the world championship here in AoK. Has come close so many times. Elimination chambers, one-on-ones, #1 contender matches. And tonight, he finally captures the World Heavyweight Championship of AoK Championship Wrestling. A celebration worthwhile in my book. Let's take a look at it. Let's run them through as soon as this thing moves. Let's check the news because there's going to be lots of it. Not so much Zoe Yuri, your new women's champion. She will face Piper Ramirez, the #1 contender who won her championship, or won her title, won her chance at that championship earlier this evening as well. James Coleman capturing the national championship and claiming the Grand Slam championship. Reverend Ripper winning the Intercontinental title, and of course we just witnessed it, KX winning the world title. Let's jump to the next show. First week of April. Woo-hoo. The final way to WrestleMania. It's right around the corner, man. It is right around the corner. Zoe, Yuri, and Amaya, that match ain't gonna happen. We're not here for that. Any new news? No. Let's go to the roster. Let's look at the power rankings after that vicious PLE. El Monstro del Lago, your new mixed gender tag team champion, alongside Bessie. Vulgar the Clown moving to number 2. James Coleman jumping to number 3 with that national title win, as well as KX moving to the top 4 with that world title win. Tank at number 5. Lots of titles in that top five. Piper Ramirez moving to number 6. El Demonio at number 7. Chris Chaos falling to number 8, with Thomas Page moving into number 9. Lilith at still number 10. Zoe Yuri, the world champion, moving to 11 with the Hero falling to number 12. Empress Sparrow moving to 13 with Grizz Kuklinski at 14. Amaya moving to 15. Dean Graves moving back into the top 20 at 16. Torrance Benjamin falling to 17. The Reverend Ripper picking up the title and standing just a little bit higher at number 18. Jack Reason back in the top 20 with 19, and Alice Angel to round out the top 20. Morgan Quinn, your honorable mention at 21. Hell yeah, that's getting fucking harder to say with every round we go. Let's take a look at what the match card could be, but let's doubt it. Card always subject to change, but let's see what it's got. What we talking? Zoe, Yuri, and Amaya? That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We already seen that matchup. That's not going to happen. All kinds of weird shit going on with that anyway. That match is not going to happen. Cletus J, Hinkledeimer, J. Anthony West, and Johnny Cruz. Maybe. We'll talk. It's a possibility. Vulgar the Clown and Mama Logan, Torrance Benjamin, and Piper Ramirez. I seriously doubt that matchup happens at all. The Reverend Ripper, El Demonio, Smoke Maximus, and Grizz Kuklinski. I don't know if that matchup will happen. That seems strange as well. Larry the Hippie and Tank. I mean, for reasons maybe. If Larry's name gets pulled for the hardcore title, sure. But Tank will definitely have a matchup. Paige Ramirez. You know what? I'll take a Paige Megalodon match. I'll take a Paige Megalodon match. I will do that. I ain't mad about that. Coleman and the Hero. That's not going to happen just because there's no rematch clause for the Hero. And Chris Chaos and KX, there is. There is. But we're going to deny it. We're going to deny Chris Chaos his rematch. Because we are 1 month out from WrestleMania. And he is the Royal Rumble winner. So KX capturing that title tonight saved us a big headache. So this matchup will not happen. We may still see KX, maybe a non-title matchup or so, but I doubt it. We will find out what happens moving forward, but that is all the time I am putting into this. We are 2.5 hour stream tonight. It is going on midnight here on the East Coast. So with that, my friends, I appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been a hell of a run tonight. We are that much closer to WrestleMania, and I will see you all Sunday, if not sooner. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and don't forget to wash behind your ears.